Don't you just love this song? She is a self-proclaimed introverted extrovert. She loves orchestrating events, but is shy at a party. But after 40 successful years of running her catering business, she must be doing something right. She's written a book called Who Wants Seconds, and she loves public speaking. And she loves singing. Who knew? She loves hosting dinner parties. She's raised 3 kids. She loves her neighbors, and she loves being married to the same man for over 40 years. She adores vegan cooking. She loves sustainability, composting, and she's very high on etiquette, which I love. She loves micro and pod parties, and these are just some of her favorite things. And with decades of experience of community, food, and connection, we can all learn something from my wonderful guest. All together now, glorious. Come on, Jennie. Food. I thank you.
Here.
Here, I'll wait. Try the veal.
Oh, it's great.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello. There's so much to you, Miss Jennie Cooks. I don't know where to start. Just so fantastic.
Oh,
you are a lady. A lady of multi talents. And
thank you. I don't quite see myself that way, but I appreciate the compliment.
You are. I've researched you. You are.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And if you look behind her, folks, that's her book. She has a book called Who Wants Seconds?
Yes.
Yeah. And later on, we might do a little giveaway, right?
Yes, we're going to do a giveaway.
Yeah, we're going to do a little giveaway.
I will sign it and mail it to the winner.
Fantastic. So think of a good question you want to ask Miss Jennie,
I'm thinking.
And later on during the show, we'll do a little giveaway. So and then you get to take her book home. It's full of fantastic things. So oh my goodness, Miss Jennie, take us back. How did you get started in this fantastic career of having your own catering business for 40 years? How did it start?
Well, there's a couple of different stories, so I'll blend them together for you.
Okay.
My father was a gentleman lawyer, and my mother was a perfect housewife. She catered. She threw dinner parties on the regular, and I was her 4th out of 5 children, and I was her sous chef. I always remember coming back from the grocery store, and if Mom and I were running late, she'd say, "Quick, cut an onion and get it on the stove. That way your father will know dinner's cooking." So we would always make sure something was smelly and delicious whenever Daddy came home.
Oh, wow.
So she was my inspiration. And when I was in probably middle school, my brothers used to have beer parties when my parents went out. We had a lovely 5-acre compound with a big pool and tennis court, and they would leave and my brothers would sneak in some beer, and I'd be like, well, I'll cook. And I made turkey chili and brownies, same recipes I'm using today, if you can believe it.
Wow.
And that's when I realized that food really changes how people perceive you and what a community it builds around sharing a meal. So that was my entree. Then when I moved to Los Angeles, I was waiting tables in a restaurant, and my friend Chris Mahar was a caterer, and I helped him cater a few things. And there was a woman at the restaurant who made desserts for the restaurant as well. And she knew I had this hankering to start catering, and she would take desserts. She would do stand-in work at a game show where they put the extras in to see how the lighting is and everything, and she would make desserts. And one day he said, "Hey, do you want to cater our production lunches?" And she was just like, "Wait a minute." And she said to me, "Do we want to do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we want to do this." So we started back in 1985. She'd cook half the food at her house, and I'd cook half the food at my house, and then we would meet on set. I did that for about 4 years, and then I got busted by the Board of Health.
Uh-oh. Oops.
Yeah, oops. And it was a different time. It was the 80s. And basically they said, "You have to stop." And I said, "I can't stop. I support my family." And they're like, "Well, just keep us posted. Okay, just let us know." So I borrowed $10,000 from my Aunt Ethel, and I built a kitchen down in Culver City. And that's the beginning of that. I had a restaurant for 11 years after that, which I closed in 2008.
Oh, wow. What was your restaurant?
Cook's Double Dutch right in on Washington Boulevard. We had a blast. I ran it with my sister on Pennsylvania Dutch, and that's where the Double Dutch thing came in.
Ah, okay.
And I still have the same customers. They're now driving over for takeout from Culver City. So it was quite a life-changing experience being a restaurateur. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's completely different
Oh
than
my God,
catering
so
for parties and things.
It is the pressure and the human resources. Honestly, it's like a revolving door in a restaurant. You're always training somebody new and always looking. It's so hard to do all of it, but that was the difficult part for me, because I wanted everybody to come and love it as much as I did and do exactly what I wanted, and it just never worked out that way. Huh.
People never have the same passion that you do they? You know,
not everybody.
Yeah.
They're few and far between. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And so that closed, and then you carried on. So then you got your health license, and then you
yes.
And did you carry on doing? You still do, well, up until recently, but you still do all the on-set food and things. Yes.
That's our main source of income, is the production work. We love commercials. We actually have a photo shoot tomorrow, the first one in months. All individually packaged food. You know, you and I talked yesterday about you redoing your packages to, you know, embrace COVID and what's going on. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to make that all relevant over the weekend. Yeah. So
I was going to say, so going forward then, because production isn't back yet, the movie or TV production is not back yet. So how is food going to change? Because, you know, a lot of that is buffet, help yourself, biscuit, salad. That's all gone, right? So what?
No, you can't even have a coffee bar right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, we also did breakfast, which we're not going to take back up because it's a low price point for the work that's involved. So basically, we're looking at all individually packaged, no service, no contact deliveries, lots of labels, lots of to-go containers, which kills me because I'm very dedicated to Mother Earth, and it just is so much trash that we're going to generate. But I have to let go and play by the rules right now. So
yeah, I was going to say, you are very into sustainability, composting, recycling. I mean, this and paperless parties. I mean, this must be crushing you, that if you're going to have to do this.
Oh, it's crushing me, Charlie. It's and I try not to think about it because it's so overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to Jennie's website, you will see how much of her business really is all about, you know, taking care of the planet and what you use, the food that you use, what happens to stuff after a party. You have a thing on agate. What is, make sure I'm saying it right.
Agate, yes.
Agate, yeah. Tell us about that.
Called speckleware, agate, A-G-A-T-E. So it's reusable camp plates that we use for our, we used to use for production. They're all wrapped up and put away right now.
Right.
And then I also like to collect antique china that we use for weddings. I call it our shabby chic collection. It's a mixed vintage china plates that just brides love it. So that's super fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's it's very in. That will always be in the shabby chic.
Shabby chic will always be in. I agree.
But I really thought that was great that you did the zero waste agate, and you can offer that to people at parties now for if they want like the micro pod parties that are popping up.
Yes. I'm not giving up. Yes, we're going to keep washing plates sanitarily and making them safe for people.
Yeah. Because that's the way that everything is going right now, isn't it? It's micro weddings, it's pod parties.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have a thing. It's like contactless delivery. What is it? Take it and make it.
Oh, well, make it and take it is our big pie party in November, and I also refer to it for the food that we're doing for takeout. We do family style orders, so orders feed like 3 or 4 people, so it's like mini catering. And then we're going to offer some packages for 10 and 15 people starting this week, you know, for weekends, grad parties, birthdays, Father's Day, that kind of thing.
That's great. So people can call you up, they can see the menu, they can order it. Like if you order it on a Monday, you get it on a Wednesday. Is that right? If you order
That's 100% correct, yes.
Wednesday, you get it for this Friday, so you can, you know, have food ready there for the weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to fire up your oven.
Yeah, and it's all contactless.
All contactless. I mean, we cook the food.
Yeah.
And we're wearing masks and gloves in the kitchen because we have to.
Yeah.
And Megan, the general manager, gets a phone call. We take the bag out to the table, and we already have their billing information, and half the time we don't even see the client, but we're so attached to them, we usually stand at the door and wave like crazy people.
Oh, I know, do a virtual hug. But
Yeah.
you can, if I was reading correctly, you can set it up for them if you like as well. You know,
Oh, yes.
you'll be in the PPE, so you can set up the table and
Absolutely.
make it look great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I bet you never thought in 40 years of having your business that this is what you'd be doing right now.
Charlie, never in a million years. I said to my husband the other day, it's just, everything is different. We have to reinvent ourselves now, and I'm not really sure which way to turn. And he looked at me, he goes, everything's falling apart. I'm like, honey.
Oh, Dame Doom.
Thanks so much. No, not what I wanted to hear.
No, but thank God he has you, because you're just such a go-getter. You're like, right, I mean, looking at your website, it's all up there. You've got everything that you need to know on contactless, delivery, the pod parties, the micro parties.
Yes,
I mean, you're like, all right, we're ready to go. Bring it on.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I just wish we knew a little bit more from our governor of like how many people we actually can have at an event. I actually emailed the mayor this morning because I was like, right, Mayor Garcetti, I love you. I want you on the show because I want you to talk to the wedding industry.
Good call.
And go, I was chatting to Gianna from GP Events. She's like, you need to get him on the show.
Why not?
He needs to talk to us. We need to know. Our industry is decimated.
I feel like we're being ignored, Charlie. They're talking about the restaurants and they're talking about stadium work. I said there's a whole industry that's really suffering.
What about us?
Yeah,
what about
us? Hello. Yeah.
We bring it. The wedding industry is $1 billion industry, and it's like we're really important. So I feel like we're gonna be so far on phase 4 or 5, whatever. It's like
I'm sure that we're like one of the last to get the okay.
And we are small businesses, so a lot of it didn't get the massive grants that the loans that were being given out. So it's like, give us some help. That would be great. So I'll get him on and I'll grill him. No, I'll be ever so nice to him. But it would be great to know what we can do, because the Chinese whispers, oh, you can have 4 or you can have 10. It's like, oh, I really would love to know. For sure.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, because other states are doing it. I'm a chat room with about 2,000. It's called Cater Buzz. If anybody's a caterer out there, I highly recommend it. About 2,000 international caterers.
Wow. Oh, it's an order. It's an order.
No, somebody's picking up.
Good.
But they're opening and they're saying, and nothing over 300, but everybody has to be 6 feet apart.
Okay. What? Wait, what? 300? Okay. So
they're in one of the Midwest states, and their recommendation is they can have events for 300 people, no more, but everybody has to be 6 feet apart.
Wow. Okay. So, well, I would not want to be in a room with 300 people right now with no vaccine.
Who would?
And you'd have to have a pretty big venue to have 300 people 6 feet apart.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. And then they say you can have no more than 10 people at a table. And then someone else piped up and said, oh, our regulations are 6 people at a table.
See, this is what we don't know. It is so different to every state. Yes. Wouldn't it be fabulous to have someone come on and say, this is what you can do?
These are your OSHA guidelines.
Yes.
Take them and flourish. Yes.
I have to say, the Calamigos Ranch has got this wonderful thing of commandments of what they're doing over there, and they're doing different table sizes for different so you have a family of 3, they'll sit on a table together, a family of 4, so people that have been quarantined together can sit together.
Keep their pods together. And
so that's
smart. That's very smart.
So that's really smart. And just 6 feet apart between all the tables. I mean, they're knocking down walls, they're making everything, really C2C compliance. And so that is amazing what they're doing. And I can't wait to go see it. But
I'll check it out.
But for all the locations and I mean, just the rules, everything's changed. And I was just impressed that your website was like, all right, here you go. You want it? We've got it.
Yeah, well, I've just been doing it.
Yeah, no, it's so great. And so, is your husband part of the business with you?
Oh, no. We don't work together.
No.
We actually, after, let me think, I had 2 kids at the time. We did do a coffee and a muffin service for the studios. I'd get up and make muffins, and he would brew coffee, and then I'd go back to bed and he'd deliver. And we did that for about a year. And that was fun. And,
yeah.
and we had a good time. But then he got another job.
Oh, he left? He didn't work for you anymore?
It's
Were
a
you
good
a tough
thing.
boss?